Hey friends, let's tap in for a love and relationship reading. It's been a little minute since I've done one of these, so we're gonna see what's going on. I'm gonna do a message for the singles and the couples, so check out the timestamps in the description box. You can go ahead and click on whatever reading applies to you, but let's go ahead and tap in. All right, Spirit, thank you so much for connecting me with the YouTube Collective. Please allow me to channel these messages with ease, grace, accuracy, and precision so I can provide the YouTube Collective with the insight, clarity, and guidance that they're seeking in reference to their love lives. Spirit, what is going on? We're going to be taking a look into singles and couples. We do thank you so much for your guidance, your insight, the clarity you bring. We thank you for your healing, your protection, and your love. Ashe. All right, so let's go ahead, tap in for the singles, see what's going on for my singles out there. This card is being silly. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So some of you need to put yourselves out there. You've been chilling a little too long at home, not really socializing, not being seen, and then wondering why your love life just ain't really doing nothing. Okay, so some of you just got to put in some actual time and energy into this, right? This could be something as simple as, okay, at least once a month, I'm going to go out, I'm going to get dressed up, I'm going to go out to a nice restaurant, and I'm going to go sit at the bar, okay? I heard that's recommended for most singles. Like, go sit at the bar. Don't go sit at a table by yourself. Somebody's less likely to join you, okay? But at the bar, people are more willing to kind of spark up conversation and stuff like that. So that might be something you need to get into, all right? There could be, single doesn't mean that you're not entertaining options, exploring those. So you could be doing that right now as well. And you're being encouraged to actually make a little more effort. You might be a little too lackadaisical in your approach to the people that you're connecting with or person that you're connecting with right now. And you need to be a little more intentional about what you're putting into this. Cherries could be important. I don't know if someone's going on a picnic date and y'all might buy some cherries. I love cherries. Somebody could have a dog too, you or them, like a little Maltese, Yorkie. I'm getting like something like that, okay? Maybe some of y'all, look, y'all over there like, my dog, my baby, and I ain't got time for nothing else. This the only man in my life. I'm like, sis, that dog is not your man, okay? That is your pet. And if anything, that might be like your child or something, okay? But that's not your man, all right? It's giving, boy, mom, he's my king. Like, no, he's not. He's your prince. You, unfortunately, don't have a king. Not to say you can't have one, but you don't have one right now, and it's okay. We got to acknowledge where we're at first for things to actually change, okay? So some of you might need to actually acknowledge, like, oh, I've been maybe kind of using my pet as a defense mechanism or something like that, or a reason for me to not get out there and explore my options, okay? We have to pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you, all right? So for some of you, that might be why you're a little timid in your approach to love. You are looking for red flags, okay? And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I do think we shouldn't necessarily be looking for red flags. It's one thing if they come up. Okay, cool. Like, I'm aware of this. I've noticed this. But for some of you, it's just like you're seeing red. That's all you see is kind of like red flags. So some of you need to see things from a more neutral standpoint is what I'm getting. So yes, neutralizing your perspective, especially when you're just going into something new. You don't even really know this person. So you might be projecting a lot, like, oh, they're doing this thing that my ex used to do. So, I'm just gonna write them off. And it's like, well, they could be doing something your ex is doing, but it could be for very different reasons, okay? So it's really important for you to not project your past experiences onto anybody new that you're connecting with, okay? Singles, because yeah, that's just gonna have you in this space where you're constantly seeing the flaws and, you know, what's wrong with someone versus noticing, oh, okay, well, these are some good qualities about this person. So that's something to keep in mind here for my singles. And we have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Okay, so some of you could be a little more focused on your religious and spiritual paths right now, but that is a great space to kind of focus your energy, because you're going to meet somebody through that, just through getting more clear about what your path is. It'll help you align with somebody that is, you know, maybe on a similar path to you. Some of you, I don't know if you're attending like spiritual events and stuff like that. You might end up meeting somebody that way. So that might be something to consider, going to an event, possibly like joining a spiritual community of some sort. And you shouldn't just be doing that for like meeting somebody. That's a bit disingenuous. But, you know, if you're going to actually learn something and then like, hey, if I meet somebody in the process, that's cool too. So that's definitely a good approach to take here as well for my singles. Let's see what else we have coming up for singles. We're going to shift to a different deck now. So this is the Romance Angels deck. Now I'm going to shift into the Price of Love deck, see what comes out from this. For my singles in love, we have growth. So you're really focused on your growth right now. This gives me Empress vibes, especially with the number 3 on it. The Empress is the third major arcana. So for some of you, you could feel like you're in your Empress energy right now, where you're really focusing on feeling your best, looking your best, like all of the things. Okay, these could be different areas of life that you've been focusing on, especially with the 3. It's giving me mind, body, spirit. So some of you could have been really focusing on bringing those different areas of your life into balance. Maybe you've been working out, you've been eating good, you know, you've been meditating, journaling, reading, and you've been into your spiritual practices as well. You know, for some of you, maybe the mind and the spirit, you've been going to therapy or something like that, but you're definitely growing like as an individual, and you look really beautiful too. You know, this could be something that people notice about you, that you have a very like abundant energy about you, where it seems like anything that you put your time and energy into, it is fruitful. Okay, so I'm getting that the fruits of your labor are becoming more evident, not only to yourself, maybe not even to yourself, okay? Some of you might not even be acknowledging like how much growth you've experienced, but people on the outside looking in can definitely see like, you know, they're over there doing the damn thing. Like they're doing really well with their career or their business. I see them get into it with their fitness goals. You know, they just bought their first house or something like that. There's growth around you, okay? So we love to see that. What else we got going on here for my singles? Out here growing and glowing like the Empress that you are, or, you know, for my men out there, the Emperor that you are. You know, man, they can be in their Empress energy too, okay? The tarot is not gender specific. They're just energies, right? So we have Wild Card. This could be you. Some of you could have mutable placements in your chart. Pisces, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Gemini, all right? And that might give you an element of being a little unpredictable, all right? It's like one day you could be going in this direction, the next day you're going in this direction, okay? So that could be something that is that can be attractive. You know, some people like that for sure. They like an element of unpredictability, like I just never really know with this person, they keep me on my toes type situation. So that could be what's going on for you here, singles, where, you know, anyone that you get involved with romantically, they could like your wild side. That's making me think of that song. Okay, now I just thought of 2 songs. So Normani and Cardi B, I think it's like Wild Side or something. And then after that, I was hearing Rihanna Wild Thoughts. Okay. So I don't know, you could be listening to those songs. Maybe you need to go listen to those songs, but you have just like a wild, free nature about you. You're very untamable, okay? That might be something you fear when it comes to relationships too. Like, oh, I don't want somebody to like trap me, basically. I don't want to be boxed in. So some of you be mindful of that. You know, there could be subconscious fears that are kind of getting in the way of you actually attracting in a partner, if that is something you're open to, because you might have this deep-seated fear like, oh my gosh, like my freedom is going to be taken away from me when I'm in a relationship. And that's not true. The right relationship will make you feel more free, okay? So that's something to just kind of keep in mind here. Let's get some qualities about this. Some of you could be born in March. Some of you could be born in May. On the 3rd or the 5th, that could be your birth date. There could be something significant happening within the next 3 to 5 days. Let's see what comes out. We're going to get some characteristics. These could be your characteristics. These could be characteristics of somebody that you're going to be connecting with romantically. Okay, so I said 8, so I'll choose 8 cards from this deck. We have the North. You could be from the North. Somebody you connect with could be from the North. That doesn't always have to be like northern states. This could be like, you know, here in Atlanta, we say we from the north side, the south side, east side, west side, that type of thing. So you could be from the north side. Like, I know I'm from the north. We have throat chakra. So you're getting that throat chakra popping, activated. Some of you could do something within communications, maybe work within communications, content creation, podcasting, writing, public speaking, anything of that nature. But this could also be about activating your throat chakra in relationships. That might be where you need to make more of the effort in being maybe a better communicator when it comes to relationships. I'm like, whoop, over here, a hit dog gonna holla, because y'all, I had got back on that dating app. I left so many guys on red. Like, I just don't like dating apps. I really don't. But this could be a message for me that I need to make more of an effort. We have reconciliation coming through. So some of you could be reconciling with somebody. All right, that could be something coming through here. We have sacral chakra. So you need to do some energy work on your chakras. They're coming through pretty strongly. So your sacral chakra is associated with your emotions, intimacy, relationships, sexuality. So yeah, get your sacral chakra popping. I'm hearing like a womb, was it yoni steam? Yeah, so you might need to focus on doing some sort of like womb healing. Also dancing, like twerking, whining, belly dancing. These are all good things for your sacral chakra, okay? We have flowers. I love how this came out because you literally have the flowers on the growth card. So some of you could like flowers. This person, someone that you could be connecting with, especially like on a first date or something, they might bring you flowers. We have, I heard peonies. I don't know if those are your favorite. We have brown hair. You could have brown hair. Somebody that you're connecting to could have brown hair. We have moving in, okay? So you could be moving around this time, or there could be discussions pretty quickly within this connection. Whoever you connect with, you guys might talk about like moving in together, maybe, because this economy is literally trash and it's really hard. I was just thinking about that, like how hard it is being single and having to pay for everything by yourself. I've experienced both, where I've lived with someone, we split bills. I've even experienced it where he was paying all the bills, well, the rent. And then I've been in a situation where I'm paying everything, and it's not fun paying everything by yourself. So some of you could be discussing that with someone that you're connected to. And I think this is the last one. We have white collar here. Okay, so somebody could work a white collar job, you or them, and or them. Okay, I'm going to pull a few tarot cards to kind of wrap up the message here. Any additional messages for the single spirit when it comes to their love lives? What additional messages? We have the Justice card popping out. You could be a Libra or be dealing with a Libra, but you've also been focusing on just bringing more balance into your life. That could be where make the effort is coming in, because we have love and karma on the scales here. I'm not sure why it's not focusing. Some of you might need to focus like a little bit more on love, make more room for love, essentially. Somebody could be born on the 11th or in November. Whoa, we have Two of Pentacles. Yeah, it's definitely your priorities, having to make room for it. So this is someone who's juggling like different responsibilities and whatnot. So you got to make room for it. If you want love, make the effort. That card was the first card that came out. So I feel like this message just kind of getting reiterated here, essentially. Some of you might work 2 jobs, so it could be kind of hard. You really just don't have the time. Even someone you're connecting with, especially if you date men, they could have multiple jobs too. Okay, so both of y'all could be very busy, and you're kind of mirroring this energy where you both need to make more effort. Last piece of advice here for my single spirit. Last piece of advice for the singles. Okay, we got all the cards came out fine. Ace of Cups. So we do have new love. That is beautiful to see. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. We could have a commitment on the table here as well. We have the Strength card. You are very graceful, strong. You've gone through a lot in life, okay? We have the Magician here. Some of you could be working some magic, attraction magic, love spells to bring in love. Hey, go for it. I'm definitely a supporter of love spells. I know there's a lot of propaganda, anti-love spell propaganda going on around this time. I'm not into manipulating a specific person's free will, but yes, I've done love spells before to attract love into my life. So be mindful of the propaganda out there, because that's really what it is. We have the Queen of Cups. You could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You could have those placements in your chart somewhere. You have so much love to give. You've been focusing on pouring into your own cup, but you really do have a lot to give to others as well. So, you know, this could be a time where you are becoming a little more open to that idea of sharing your cup with someone else. Then we have the Ace of Swords. So you had 3 aces come out: the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. This is that throat chakra getting activated. So communicating your needs, your expectations, your desires, you know, all of the things with this Ace of Swords. And this can also be some sort of truth that you're receiving from somebody, a communication that you're receiving that's coming in here as well, that's going to create some clarity for you and just give you a better idea of how you are going to be moving forward within a connection. Okay, so with that being said, do I have anything else here? Gemini season could be significant. I said Libra season. I think I saw Leo season. Yeah, Leo season is in here as well. These could be significant seasons or zodiac signs. But yeah. All right, my loves. With that being said, I'm going to wrap it up for the singles here. If this resonated at all, please leave me a comment below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And until next time, sending you so much love. Take care. Bye. Hey couples, let's go ahead and tap into your love and relationship reading. We're going to see what's coming out for my coupled viewers right now. This could even be if you're like in a weird situationship or something going on where you do have someone you're connected to. Okay, so this is definitely for the people that, you know, they have a connection with somebody. So let's see what we got going on here for my coupled folks out there. Okay, we have past life relationship. You have known each other before, all right? So you might have a very strong connection to someone, a sense of familiarity when you guys first met, and you're like, I don't even know this person, but I just feel so comfortable. I feel so familiar being with them, okay? We have give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Some of you might have been going through some challenges here within your relationship, and you're being encouraged to kind of lean into each other at this time and work things out, all right? I heard couples counseling, so some of you could be looking into that. Then we also have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So maybe you've been noticing some red flags in the relationship. And let's be real, you know, I feel like we're in a culture where we feel like, oh, red flags just mean somebody's like super toxic. We should not have anything to do with them. Everybody has red flags. You have red flags. There have been people that have dealt with you and have been like, woof, red flag there. But they still maybe gave you a chance, okay? So it really depends on what the red flag is. Now, of course, you know, if somebody's got a history of being abusive or a cheater or something like that, then yeah, that's probably a red flag where we wouldn't want to fuck with them. But, you know, if it's something like, this person is like a terrible texter or something like that, it's like, okay, well, they just maybe don't like to text like that, okay? So it could be different things, but, you know, you kind of got to know what your limits are, basically what you're willing to compromise on and what you are not. So there could be an issue of maybe deal breakers kind of coming up here, and it might be like, is this a deal breaker or not? Okay, so that could be the question that you're asking yourself, coupled people. Maybe something has come up within your relationship to you that is a bit of a red flag, and you're just wondering, like, is this something I can look past? Is this something we can compromise on, work on, or is this something that is going to potentially end this relationship? Okay, I mean, with at the center of the reading, we do have give your relationship a chance. So for some of you, it might be worth the effort to kind of work through whatever this red flag is. That's why I think the counseling was coming up, because you might need to get a professional involved to really be effective in addressing whatever this is, okay? Let's see what else we have coming up for my coupled folks out there. We have trapped. All right, so are you feeling trapped right now? I'm sorry if that is the case. It's not really a fun feeling. All right, I don't know if somebody got trapped into a pregnancy or something like that. Ooh child, that'd be kind of crazy, okay? But hopefully that's not the case for you. You know, maybe you feel like this person is a little clingy, like you don't really have enough freedom being in this relationship with them, and that very much could be a red flag, okay? It's just like, bro, like, why I can't have friends? Like, why I can't go out and do stuff that ain't got nothing to do with you? So you could be dealing with somebody like that who is very attached, and I'm getting, they might not have much of a life, like outside of you and your relationship. They might not have friends. So it's like when you want to go hang out with your friends, it's an issue because they ain't got no fucking friends. That's a red flag for sure. This person needs to have relationships outside of you, you know, whether that's with their friends, their family members, cousins, co-workers, whoever. Like, they do need to have other relationships. So some of you might be feeling a little smothered or kind of like claustrophobic within your connection right now. This could be someone, even if they don't have relationships, they might not have like hobbies outside of work. They might not really do much of anything. They're just like, all right, I go to work and then I just chill out at home and that's it. And then, especially if you guys live together, you might be like, damn, I wish this motherfucker would go somewhere. Like, go run some errands. Go grab a coffee or something. Like, nigga, go take a hike. I'm literally hearing somebody telling me, man, like, go take a hike. Some of y'all could be feeling that way. Like, I just need a little space, okay? So, yeah, I totally get it. I'm very much someone, even within a relationship, I like to have my space. So There might be a balance that you're kind of trying to strike with this person. It might be a little difficult because they could be taking it personally. Like, what do you mean you need space? Do you not like me? Like, do you want to break up? That's like, whoa. You need to get it together because that's a lot. You know, you do want to be mindful. This person might be a little, like, codependent, to be honest. I hear you're my everything. So yeah, I don't feel like anybody should ever be your everything, okay? Because as soon as that person's not around or they're not behaving like you want them to, then your whole world comes crumbling down. So yeah, I would be mindful of someone like that. That is a red flag, and that's really something they do need to be unpacking in therapy. Deja vu. Yeah, they're like repeating cycles here. And this could be a thing for you where it's just like, oh, brother, here we go again. Same old, okay? Like I said, it could be something as simple. Like, yeah, I'm going to go celebrate my friend. They're having a birthday dinner. Can I come? Nigga, no. Like, you're not her friend. I'm her friend. Like, why do you think you can come? Go to your own friend's birthday dinner. Granted, man, they don't be doing stuff like that. At least most of the men I know. I'm sure there's some guys that do, but yeah, like it could be a situation like that. I'm even getting someone that might be a little jealous too, because I heard you're wearing that. Okay, so I don't know if you went out one time and had on a little something that was kind of sexy, and there was like, well, who are you wearing that for if you're not going to be around me? Ew. Who is this? I'm sorry, I'm trying not to judge them. It's saying to like make effort in this or give this relationship a chance, but they're coming off kind of cringe in my opinion. All right, let's pull some additional characteristics here. Somebody could be born on the 22nd of the month or in April. Somebody could also be born in October or on the 10th of the month. Let's pull some qualities here from my little index card deck. I'll see what comes through. Yeah, with that deja vu, it's just like, oh, this again, this thing again, this conversation again. And you might be getting tired of it. Yeah, know that you can't do the healing work for someone. You can't like put in the effort to make them grow as a person. They have to be willing to do that themselves. Let's see. Okay, so let's get into these cards. We have Virgo. You could be a Virgo. They could be a Virgo. They could have those placements in their chart. We have entertainer. Is this Beyonce? Beyonce, am I reading for you? You know, I love you, girl. But yeah, somebody could be in the entertainment industry, you or the person that you're connected to. We have jewelry. Okay. I don't know if somebody is, I don't know why I heard a jeweler, or somebody could just really like jewelry or something like that. Maybe this person has bought you some nice jewelry here as of late. Okay. We have Asian. It came up in the reverse, so they might not be Asian. You might not be Asian. We have crown chakra. It came up in the reverse too, so your crown chakra might be fine. Okay, maybe you thought it was a little off or something like that. Maybe you feel like you've been disconnected from your intuition. Maybe it could be, though, with the crown chakra coming up in the reverse, it could be out of balance. Okay, so you might need to work on getting your crown chakra in the upright, in a more balanced space. We have Latino, Hispanic, so somebody could identify as that within this partnership. We have love languages, okay? So you might be learning each other's love languages a bit more. And then we have August. So somebody could be born in August, or August could be significant, and that is literally right around the corner. So there could be something coming up in that time frame. All right, let's see what we got coming through in the tarot cards. The moon. Okay, someone definitely has like some fears. Okay, the moon is like stuff within our subconscious that really distorts the way we view things. Okay, so somebody could definitely have even like distorted attachment style. They might be like more anxious attached or something like that, and you could be maybe a little more avoidant or secure. You would be securely attached, and you're like, I just don't know why this motherfucker just won't let me live and have my freedom as an individual. Yes, we're in a relationship, but I'm still my own person. Okay, so yeah, they really have to kind of sift through what's going on within their subconscious and the fears that are getting triggered around you just kind of having your own life. Okay, let's see what else is coming up. Yeah, look at them. They kind of salty. Five of Wands and the Ten of Swords. I don't really like this. I see why you're feeling like red flags, because they're coming up very red flaggy. Like they might be, I hate to say that, yo, boo might be sending you a little evil eye. And it's unintentional. I don't think they're just out here like lighting candles and like hexing you or no shit. But they really might be salty about some of the decisions you're making, how you choose to live your life. Yeah, they're definitely frustrated. For some of you, you're married to this person with the Hierophant, or you're in a long-term commitment, or in some sort of contractual agreement, especially if you live together, right? Both of your names could be on the lease, like that type of situation. Yeah, so that is very interesting. Some of you could be a Taurus or Pisces or have those placements in your chart. This person could be very conservative, especially with the line that I heard earlier about you're wearing that. Like, yeah, so I'm like, bitch, what do you want me to wear? Like a jean skirt down to my ankles and a turtleneck in the middle of the summer? So it could be something like that as well, where they need to kind of unpack their own religious indoctrination. This person could be like a little more on the conservative side of things. And although you might have conservative or traditional values in some ways, you might also be someone that is a little bit more like alternative in the way that you do things. I heard a little more eccentric. So this could even be like an opposites attract type of situation where, you know, you could be dealing with someone. I just saw 1313 on the screen. That can be an angel number for you. You could be dealing with someone that is very like traditional, kind of cookie cutter, and then you're like very different, kind of out of the box type of thing. Okay. But you know, like they say, opposites attract. So that could be the situation here between the two of you, but they can't control you or make you conform to who they are. That's not who they fell in love with. They fell in love with the person that's eccentric and kind of marches to the beat of their own drum. So shit shouldn't change just because you're moving farther along in a relationship and you think like, oh, well, maybe they'll just like grow out of that. That could be a red flag. They might have thought like, oh, this is just a phase for them, you know, a single phase maybe. And then now they're realizing like, oh no, they're actually really like this. They're actually really free spirited, or they actually, you know, really are plugged into their community and their social life or whatever. So yeah, it's like this person thought that that was just a phase or something that was associated with you being single and not a part of your identity and who you are. And they might be coming to a very sober realization like, oh shit, like this is who they are. And it's not to say it's a bad thing, but you know, maybe realistically they probably would have partnered up with someone that was actually like more like them. Okay. Because yeah, I just get them thinking that something was a phase, and it's not a phase. It's who you are. So that might be something you guys have to discuss in therapy. The Hierophant is a therapist too, a counselor. Or like a spiritual advisor. If you're in or a part of a spiritual community, you might need to seek that guidance from someone with that wisdom that can kind of give you some insight into this situation here. And we have Three of Pentacles. Yeah, Three of Pentacles would be that, like, working with, an unbiased third party. Like, okay, let's figure this out, because we have a bit of a disconnect here and we need to get on the same page again. All right. There's something about the workplace too, to be mindful of. I'm not gonna lie, with the Moon, the Five of Wands, and the Ten of Swords, there could be something going on behind the scenes within the workplace that you might not be privy to. It's kind of giving me like work husband, work wife vibes, which I never understood that concept. You can't be that desperate for 24/7 validation from the opposite sex that you need to have a work husband or a work wife. That's honestly really disrespectful to your marriage, in my opinion. Go to work. Your coworkers are your coworkers. You don't need to be around your husband or your wife at all hours. Like, that's really weird. Like, oh, I gotta have a replacement husband or wife while I'm at work. Like, chill out. So yeah, I will say for some of you, this could be a situation that's come up in your connection. Somebody could have a work wife or work husband, and it's inappropriate at the end of the day. Like, I think that there is a disregard for your actual relationship when you engage in stuff like that. Like, it's okay to just have friends that you work with, right? It's like, why do we have to move them into this title of being work wife or work husband? Why can't they just be my coworker? Or why can't they just be an associate or a friend, right? So that might be a conversation you're having with somebody, okay? Like, why they can't just be your friend? Why you feel so close to this person and all this stuff? So look, couples, it done got a little messy for y'all. I ain't gonna hold you, but you can work it out, okay? Definitely, like I said, a counselor, someone, a relationship coach, something, okay, where you might need to get that unbiased insight and guidance to help you navigate this situation. I definitely think that could help. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap up this reading here, my loves. If this resonated at all, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And until next time, sending you so much love. Take care. Bye.